Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this stitch. It's a very dense stitch, 2 rows repeat. The stitch is reversible, so if you like to do a hat, a scarf, a blanket, but I have to say this is gonna eat a lot of yarn. Like always, if you want to get rid of yarn, you can do this stitch. Okay, this stitch works with multiples of 7 plus 3 more. So I chain here multiples of 7, I have 21, and I'm working with 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So what we're gonna do, I have the multiples of 7, and now I'm gonna chain 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna skip the first 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th chain, yarn over the hook, we're gonna go into that 4th chain, and I'm gonna pick up a loop, yarn over the hook, we're gonna move to the next chain, pick up a loop, yarn over the hook, move to the next, so this is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th. So you're gonna work in the next 6 chains. So now we're gonna yarn over and pull the yarn through all these loops, not this one. Yeah. So we have 2 loops, yarn over, pull the yarn to the last 2 loops, chain 3. Into the next chain, we're gonna do a slip stitch. And again, chain 3. And we're gonna do like this until we finish this row. So yarn over the hook, into the next 6 stitches we're gonna start pulling up loops. So yarn over the hook, move to the next chain, pick up a loop, yarn over the hook, move to the next chain, pick up a loop, yarn over the hook, move to the next. So this is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th. So now we're gonna yarn over and pull the yarn through all these loops, and you're gonna have to pull through all the loops that you have, not this one. So yarn over and pull the yarn through the last 2 loops, and now we're gonna chain 3. Into the next chain we're gonna do a slip stitch. Well, this row it's a little bit difficult, you don't have much material to grab on, but after that, after this row it's gonna be easy. So again we're gonna chain 3. So yarn over the hook, into the next 6 chain, we're gonna go in each chain and gonna pick up loop. So you move to the next chain, I'm gonna pick up a loop, so once, move to the next chain, 2nd, next chain, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th one. And now yarn over and pull the yarn through all these loops. You have 2 loops remaining, pull the yarn to the last 2 loops, chain 3, and you're gonna be left with only 1 chain, and in this last chain we're gonna do a slip stitch. Chain 3. You're always gonna chain 3 at the end. It looks like this now. So in this chain 3 that we have here in the beginning, yarn over, we're gonna go inside this chain 3 space 4 times. Yeah? So yarn over once, twice, 3, and 4th. Yarn over, pull the yarn through all these loops, not this one. Yeah. Yarn over, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 3. And now where we have this shell, let's say the eye right here, this eye, we're gonna go into this eye and we're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. So now we have the next, we have this chain 3, 1, and then the next chain 3. So we're gonna go into the first chain 3, we're gonna go 4 times, and then we're gonna move to the next chain 3 space, and we're gonna go in there 4 times. So yarn over the hook, move to the next chain 3 space, and you're gonna pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, go for the second time, third and fourth, yarn over the hook, and now we're gonna move to the next chain 3 space, and we're gonna go in there 4 times. So once, twice, 3, and fourth. Yarn over and pull the yarn through all these loops. Not gonna be easy sometimes. So you have 2 loops left. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the 2 loops, chain 3. And you see the next shell, let's say here, we have the eye right there. So we're gonna go in there and I'm gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. And I'm gonna move next to this chain 3 space. So in each these 3 chain space, yarn over the hook, we're gonna go into the first chain 3 space 4 times. So once, twice, 3, and fourth, yarn over the hook, move to the next chain 3 space, and you're gonna go in there 4 times. So once, twice, 3, and fourth, yarn over and pull the yarn through all the loops, yarn over, pull the yarn to the last 2 loops, chain 3, and we have this eye here, the shell here. So into the eye right there, we're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. And because we started with, we went here once, we're gonna go into the chain that we skipped in the beginning, into the chain space, and we're gonna go in there 4 times. So once, twice, third, and the fourth time, yarn over, pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 3. So this stitch has only 2 rows repeat. So once you're gonna have 1 row, you're gonna have with the row will start with like this 2 chain 3 space. Yeah. So yarn over the hook, you're gonna go into this first space here, you're gonna go 4 times in there. Okay, yarn over, move to the next chain 3 space, and you're gonna go 4 times in there, 3 and fourth, yarn over, pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn the last 2, chain 3, and the next you have the eye right here, so you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. And the next you have the 3 chain spaces here. So yarn over the hook, you move to the first space in there, once, twice, 3 and fourth, yarn over the hook, and you're gonna move to the next 3 chain space, once, twice, 3 and fourth, yarn over and pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 3. And now you have the eye right there, and we're gonna move there and gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. So you have the next 3 chain space here. So we're gonna work into the first 3 chain space, once, twice, 3 and fourth, yarn over the hook, and you're gonna move to the next 3 chain space, and you're gonna do the same, once, twice, 3 and 4, yarn over, pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 3. So now you have here we're gonna go into the eye right here, into this eye right there, and we're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3, turn your work, and you see you have now only one chain 3 space. The last row that we did, we had 2. So when you have only one chain 3 space here, you're gonna put in there only, you're gonna go 4 times only. So once, twice, 3, and 4th, pull the yarn through all those loops, the last 2 chain 3, and the eye right here, you're repeating the second row in a way. So you're gonna do the slip stitch, chain 3, and now you have the chain 3 space here, 2 of them. So you're gonna work into the first one, second, 3, and 4th, move to the next 3 chain space, yarn over, pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 3. So now you have the eye right there, and you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. So now next you have the 2 3 chain spaces. So you go into the first, so once, twice, 3, and 4th, yarn over the hook and move to the next 3 chain space, once, twice, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull the yarn through all the loops, last 2, chain 3. Okay. And now you have here the eye right there. So you're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 3. And because we started with only one puff, let's say 4 times in this 3 chain space, we're gonna finish inside this 3 chain space. We're gonna go in there 4 times. So once, twice, 3, and 4. Pull the yarn through all the loops, the last 2, chain 3. So now you see, now you have the 2 chain space in the beginning. Yeah. So you're gonna go in here 4 times. Yeah. 4 times here, 4 times here, chain 3, and you're gonna go into the eye here. If you want to close this and you don't want to have this, so yarn over the hook, you're gonna go into the first 3 chain space, and you're gonna do the same, once, twice, 3, and 4. Yarn over the hook, move to the next, once, twice, 3, and 4. Pull the yarn through all the loops. It's gonna let me. So then you pass the yarn to the last 2 loops, and now you're gonna chain only 1. You're gonna move to the eye, and you're gonna do a slip stitch there, chain 1 instead of chaining 3. Yeah. So yarn over the hook, you're gonna move to the next 2 3 chain spaces there, and you're gonna do the same. So once, twice, 3, and 4. Move to the next 3 chain space, and you're gonna do the same. Okay. Pull the yarn through all the loops. You have 2 left. Pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 1, and you have the eye there. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna do a slip stitch, chain 1. So the next 2 chain 3 space, you're gonna do the same. So once, twice, 3, 4. Move to the next, once, twice, 3, and 4. Pull the yarn through all the loops, pull the yarn, the last 2, chain 1, and you have the eye right here, right there. So you're gonna do a slip stitch, you're gonna chain 1, cut the yarn, and you're done. If you can find a different way, a better way to close this and not have the chains here, you can do that. because I closed here too. Yeah, I closed it here. Otherwise we're gonna have the chain 3. Yeah, it's not gonna be the same like the bottom. The top is not gonna be like the bottom, but at least it's well, a little bit better than just having the chains. Yeah. So well, if you want to try this this stitch, the stitch is reversible. If you think only one chain when you close here, it's it feels a little bit tight, then put 2, and when you chain 2 in between, maybe not making the chain, make them tight a little bit when you chain 2. You know? But I think that the sides are okay. If you want to put, for example, you make a blanket and you have this here, you can put shells on the, you know, the border if you like. Yeah, yeah. But this is a very easy, fun stitch to do, and it's, you know, it's very textured, this one, and especially if you work for a blanket with a thick yarn, I think it's nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.